right, some more on the Taiwan uprising by President Xi Jinping. We bring on to the show a great welcome, David Feith, who is now Hudson Institute Senior Fellow. He's former State Department and national security official, if I'm not mistaken about that. David, thank you for doing this. You're writing in today's Wall Street Journal, you and Alexander Bernard, Taiwan is the key to AI dominance. It's a very important point. And then, of course, you write Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company could be the key to Taiwan itself. They're coming to, well, they're already in Arizona, but we need them in many different places. So how crucial is this? And do you think, honestly, you know President Trump, do you think he would negotiate away Taiwan?
Well, it's good to join you, Larry. I don't expect that from President Trump. I think the news we've seen so far on the first day of President Trump's summit with Xi Jinping in Beijing is that Taiwan was discussed, but evidently not in enormous detail. I think we had a public comment from Secretary Rubio that the matter of U.S. arms sales to Taiwan and the continued sales by the Trump administration to Taiwan was not discussed in much detail. We heard from Xi Jinping his sensitivity around the issue, and we know that. And our purpose in writing the op-ed was to highlight that Taiwan is not only important as a democratic partner and for all sorts of strategic reasons that have been true for decades, but their fundamental importance for the manufacture of AI systems is enormous and even greater than markets and governments around the world generally appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very big deal. And you highlight Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, which is a great company. Yes, they're reshoring in Phoenix, Arizona, and I think some other places. I was actually part of that discussion in the first term, but they're going to be in Taiwan for a long time. They need to be in Taiwan for all the many functions that they do. And I guess your point is, you know, if we deserted Taiwan, then, you know, we may as well surrender in the AI competition. It'd be a terrible thing.
Bingo. You know, the work that you and others in President Trump's first term really began around May of 2020 in onshoring TSMC into Arizona was enormously consequential. And it's actually exceeded expectations in Arizona with respect to TSMC. In certain ways, it exceeded expectations when the U.S. Congress, on a bipartisan basis, passed the CHIPS Act in 2022, and we had other important investments in U.S. semiconductor manufacturing in places like Texas and New York and elsewhere. There's also important investment in places like Japan, but still, folks have to realize that our dependency on Taiwan is enormous, and even chips, advanced chips now made at the wafer level in Arizona, when they are finished at that level in Arizona, they still have to go back to Taiwan to actually get the critical advanced packaging and other steps that make them usable AI systems. So we are reducing our dependency and strengthening our economic resilience, but this is a slow process of years and probably decades. It's not something that we're going to solve and therefore have much less interest in Taiwan anytime soon.
Well, there was quite a lot of support for that. It's funny, Intel was in that game too, but we had arguments about Intel. President Trump settled that in the second term. But there was a lot of support for, you know, getting Taiwan Semi to come to Arizona and at the state level, particularly to give them some help. But you're writing, David, still, Arizona can't become Taiwan overnight or even over a decade. This is a key point you're making here. Taiwan's advantage isn't merely one company or one factory. It's the cluster. Foundries, packaging houses, substrate suppliers, material firms, equipment engineers, testing specialists, design service providers, and process experts operating in close proximity. So, in short, we can't give up that flag. End of sentence, it seems to me.
Absolutely right. And it speaks to the absolute fundamental centrality and importance of military deterrence and doing things like delivering on the defense budget that President Trump has called for at a very substantial $1.5 trillion level. It's about making sure that we fill our depleted munition stocks in ways that bring new technology and allow us to build and resupply often faster than we have before. It's why Taiwan is enormously important for our discussions with our Japanese allies, our Australian allies. It speaks to the fact that this deterrence challenge and obligation is going to last for a long time, and it is absolutely central to economic prosperity in America for years to come.
And I don't know what she thinks he's doing, but it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Anyway, David Feith, you're pretty good about this. I hope you'll come back and visit us soon.
Glad to join you, Larry.
You take care. Thanks very, very much.